The Duchess of Cornwall reminisced about her carefree youth in the 60s as she and Prince Charles visited a London club, once dubbed the Punk Palace, to lend their support to the nighttime entertainment industry. Camilla, 73, told singer-songwriter Emily Capel, 22, she was a big fan of the band The Faces and Rod Stewart back in the day as she and her husband visited the 100 Club on Oxford Street in the heart of London. "I saw them live," said the Duchess, who asked Sir Rod to perform at Prince Charles' 60th birthday party. Earlier in the day, the Prince of Wales, 71, used the traditional Namaste greeting as he and the Duchess visited Soho Theatre to celebrate the capital's night economy. Earlier today, Prince Charles and Camilla made their way to the 100 Club, on Oxford Street, to discuss how the COVID-19 crisis has impacted the nightclub industry. The venue has been hosting live music in the capital since opening in October 1942, with musicians including the Rolling Stones and The Clash playing its stage. During the visit, Camilla complimented the West London singer Emily Capel on her beehive hairdo. Camilla remarked, "I used to have my hair like that in the 60s, so I know your pain." Turning to Prince Charles, Emily asked, "And you like the 3 Degrees, sir?" The 100 Club, on Oxford Street, is a compact basement club with illustrious musical history, for gigs, dance classes and secret shows. It began trading under the 100 Club name in 1964 and has put on live music since 1942 as the Feldman Jazz Club amongst other names, earning it the title of the oldest independent venue worldwide. Throughout the decades, the venue has championed all manners of groundbreaking scenes including the blues of Muddy Waters and B.B. King as well as mod stylings of The Who and the Kinks in the 60s. The birth of punk with the Sex Pistols, The Clash and Susie the Banshees plus regular reggae sessions from Eddie Grant and the Mighty Diamonds in the 70s. The first ever Northern Soul all-nighter in the 80s. The indie explosion with early shows from Oasis and Suede in the 90s as well as key shows for artists such as The Horrors, Gallows and Kings of Leon in the noughties. Because of the club's rich history, it has become an institution for intimate secret shows by major acts including Queens of the Stone Age, Metallica, Alice Cooper, The Rolling Stones, Blur, The New York Dolls, Desmond Dekker, Primal Scream, Saint Etienne, Mark Ronson, Chuck Berry, Paul McCartney, Nas, Santigold, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, Toots and the Maytals, Plan B, Paul Weller and Spiritualized to name just a few. The 100 Club also lends itself to comedy with special sold-out performances from Simon Amstell, Adam Buxton, and Stuart Lee. Charles, who was once romantically linked with 3 Degrees singer Sheila Ferguson, laughed and remarked, "That was a very long time ago." The couple were treated to a performance by Emily and drummer Matt Cowley, 35, at the live music venue, where stars including Sir Paul McCartney, Chuck Berry and Oasis have played. But it also witnessed the birth of punk with the Sex Pistols, famous for their own version of God Save the Queen, The Clash and Susie the Banshees all headlining its stage. Charles and Camilla put protocol to one side and happily sat on plastic seats. They seemed to enjoy Emily's performance of her song Bonanza, tapping their feet along with the beat. Ruby Horton, the current owner's daughter, joked with Camilla about looking forward to cocktail hour. Camilla chipped in, "You can't beat a margarita." The 100 Club been a key case in the Mayor of London's Culture at Risk campaign. Amy Lamé, Nightstar said, "The COVID-19 pandemic has had a devastating impact on London's night-time economy with clubs, pubs, restaurants, theatres and music venues having had to close their doors for months with jobs and their future hanging in the balance. They are vital to London's economy and will play an important role in the city's recovery from this pandemic. I am pleased we persuaded the government to get rid of the 10 p.m. curfew, but extending it to 11 p.m., when it should be scrapped altogether, is a mistake. There are huge numbers of cultural venues that have still not been given the financial aid they need and thousands of freelancers left unsupported by the government." The couple also visited the Soho Theatre earlier today, where Charles said he was praying that entertainment venues will be able to reopen as they battle to stay in business. The Prince has previously warned of the terrible impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the arts industry, praised the resilience of venues and performers amid unprecedented challenges. He and his wife were treated to a special intimate performance of the one-woman play Half-Breed by Natasha Marshall, which was nominated for Best New Play in the 2017 UK Theatre Awards. It's noted for its powerful and close to the knuckle language, but none of that was performed for the royal guests. After the performance, Natasha revealed she had to dash from her Morrison's supermarket job to do the gig of her life in front of the royals. Still wearing her uniform and name tag, she said, "I've got to go back later, so it was easier to keep it on. The theatre has supported me so much, I jumped at the chance to perform today." Charles told her, "That's marvelous, such dedication. I really enjoyed the performance and I am praying all of you can open soon. I wish you every success." Mayor of London Sadiq Khan, who accompanied the royals on their visit, told the prince, "You coming here has been so important, it will really make a difference." After the visit, the mayor said, "I'm encouraging all Londoners to do what their Royal Highnesses have done, and that is to visit safely and enjoy these great venues." During the visit, the Duchess donned a smart black cape with structured shoulders along with a forest green suit. She paired the outfit with black leather gloves and carried a smart forest green handbag which perfectly complemented her outfit. Meanwhile, Prince Charles opted for a blue pinstripe suit, adding a pink tie and pocket square for the occasion. He also donned his £6.50 mask crafted by seamstresses from his Turquoise Mountain Textiles program. The face masks worn by Prince Charles during their visit were made by seamstresses who have been supported through the Turquoise Mountain Textiles program, which was set up by the Prince of Wales in 2006 to protect heritage at risk and to provide training and jobs around the world. The couple hoped to celebrate the capital's nighttime economy during their visits, which has taken a knock during the COVID-19 crisis. Hours after the announcement was made that London would be entering Tier 2 restrictions last week, theatres began announcing that they would continue with their schedules performances as planned. Shows including Six, Everybody's Talking About Jamie and The Play That Goes Wrong will all therefore be able to go ahead as planned, with social distancing and other safety precautions in place. The royals' outing marks the couple's second appearance in recent days as England reopens after a 4-week-long lockdown. Last night the couple toured the National Gallery, which opened its doors again for the first time yesterday. They were shown exhibitions of masterpieces by 17th-century Baroque artist Artemisia Gentileschi and Renaissance painter Titian. They were given the tour by National Gallery director Dr. Gabriele Finaldi and shared the space with dozens of tourists milling around. The couple, who wore protective face masks, were joined on the tour by Lady Sarah Chatto, the Queen's niece. The Central London Gallery is hosting the UK's first major monographic exhibition of the work of Artemisia Gentileschi, which first opened in October shortly before lockdown. The Prince of Wales has been patron of the National Gallery since 2017. Current rules within London, which is a Tier 2 area, mean patrons can visit museums and art galleries in groups of less than 6. Meanwhile, venues are also only be able to open with 50% capacity or 1,000 people indoors, whichever is lower. Masks are also mandatory at galleries and museums in Tier 2 areas. The Duchess visited the National Gallery in July after the landmark had unprecedented 111 days with its doors closed. It was the first major national art museum to reopen in the UK following lockdown. This week it was revealed the Queen, 94, and the Duke of Edinburgh, 99, will spend Christmas quietly at Windsor Castle and will not form a bubble with any other family members. The Queen and Prince Philip traditionally spend the festive season with close family at Sandringham, in Norfolk. But this year they will forego the festivities and remain at Windsor Castle, where they have been isolating with a bubble of staff since October. It is understood the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh will not take advantage of the relaxed COVID restrictions to form a Christmas bubble with other households. It means the couple face spending Christmas Day without any of their 4 children for the first time since 1949, when the then Princess Elizabeth left a 1-year-old Charles in the UK so she could be with Prince Philip in Malta. Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall will spend Christmas at Highgrove, in Gloucestershire, although they expect to see the Queen and Prince Philip at Windsor at some point over the festive season. Camilla will also spend time with her family.